Simple steps today for a stronger, safer, and more independent. Have you noticed lately that when you walk down a long hallway, you quietly drift to one side without meaning to? Or perhaps, when you cross a wide parking lot, your steps feel slightly disjointed, your feet shuffle closer to the pavement, and you find yourself constantly steering your body back online? Many older adults over the age of 70 believe that losing the ability to walk in a perfectly straight line is simply an unpreventable sign of aging. They blame it on bad luck, worn-out knees, or just temporary stiffness from sitting too long in a favorite living room chair. But as a physician, I need to tell you a profound biological truth that few doctors openly discuss in a routine checkup. Veering side to side or struggling to maintain a straight, stable stride is not a natural part of getting older. It is a precise neurological warning signal that the communication loop between your brain, your inner ear, and the structural receptors in your feet is getting weaker every single day. Here is the dangerous reality. You might not notice this progressive decay while sitting comfortably watching television or reading a book. But the exact split second you are forced to navigate a narrow bathroom layout in the dark middle of the night, or step over an unexpected doorstep transition, that missing signal is the precise difference between staying completely upright and crashing violently to the floor. A fall after 70 is never a minor inconvenience. It is a catastrophic event that can instantly lead to a broken hip, months of institutional recovery, a total loss of confidence, and the heartbreaking beginning of losing your physical independence entirely. Today, we are going to break down the real clinical reasons why your body starts drifting after 70, why typical walking routines completely fail to fix this specific issue, and a simple 5-step dynamic balance protocol you can perform safely at home using nothing but a clear wall or a kitchen counter. Before we pull back the curtain on this neurological reset, if you want to defend your absolute physical freedom and lock in your structural mobility for the next decade, please click that subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another senior health guide here on the Dr. Robert channel. If you are ready to reactivate your straight line walking reflex with me today, please type 1 in the comments section right now. If not, drop a 0 so I can learn how to make better clinical content for your specific needs. To fix a drifting stride, we must first understand the anatomical science behind why it occurs. Perfect walking alignment requires 3 distinct biological systems to work together in absolute harmony. 1. Your vestibular system, the sensory balance center inside your inner ear that tells your brain exactly where your head is positioned relative to gravity. 2. Your visual feedback loop, your eyes continuously scanning the horizon to calibrate your orientation. 3. Your proprioception, a vast network of microscopic neurological sensory receptors embedded inside your feet, ankles, and leg joints that map out where your limbs are positioned in space. When you were younger, this 3-part feedback loop fired at lightning speed. If your foot stepped on a slightly uneven sidewalk crack or a loose rug edge, your ankles instantly recognized the tilt, flashed an emergency message up to your central nervous system, and your brain instantly told your lateral hip stabilizers to contract, pulling your posture back to center before you even realized you stumbled. However, after age 70, several subtle physiological changes mute this conversation. Prolonged hours sitting in plush recliners causes rapid atrophy in your lateral hip muscles, specifically the gluteus medius. At the same time, wearing thick-soled, highly cushioned shoes completely desensitizes the sensory nerve endings on the soles of your feet. Your feet essentially stop talking to your brain. Think of it exactly like a modern vehicle with a misaligned steering wheel and dirty sensory cameras. The engine works fine, and the tires are inflated, but because the sensors are blind, the car continuously drifts out of its lane. This is why many seniors tell me, "Doctor, I don't know what happened. One second I was walking straight toward the kitchen, and the next second my hip bumped right into the doorway." It feels sudden because your biological early warning system has become too slow to catch the deviation. If you want to reverse this drift, you cannot just practice walking forward on a flat sidewalk. You must intentionally retrain your nervous system to recover its lateral boundaries. Here is the 5-step home protocol designed to reset your brain-to-leg alignment safely. Movement 1. The hallway tandem alignment trail. This explicitly retrains your brain to process a narrow base of support, forcing your inner ear and your feet to calibrate your true vertical center. How to do it? Find a clear hallway directly beside a solid wall. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart, keeping your fingertips lightly brushing the wall for absolute safety. Look straight ahead toward the very end of the hallway. Do not look down at your shoes. Real-life walking requires your eyes to scan the room, not stay glued to the floor. The stride. Step your right foot forward so the heel lands directly in front of the toes of your left foot along an invisible straight line. To maintain a safe baseline, you can leave 2 to 3 inches of open space between your feet rather than touching them tightly. Take 8 to 10 slow, deliberate steps forward. Pause, turn around slowly against the wall, and walk back. Execute 2 full rounds. Movement 2. The countertop dynamic march. This movement forces your nervous system to stabilize your entire body weight on one single leg while the opposite limb is actively in motion. How to do it? Stand behind your sturdy kitchen counter, placing both hands flat on the surface for foundational support. Stand tall, soften your knees slightly, and look forward. The stride. Slowly lift your right knee 3 to 5 inches off the floor, like a slow-motion march. Hold it suspended at the peak for 1 full second. Now, lower the foot back down completely quietly. Place it on the floor like you are stepping onto thin ice. Do not let your foot slap down unguided. Alternate immediately to your left leg. Complete 10 controlled marches per leg for 2 full sets. This trains your core and ankles to lock your balance boundaries during gait transitions. Movement 3. The lateral hip wall guard. This exercise targets the specific outer hip stabilizers that prevent your pelvis from swaying side to side when you step off a curb or change directions. How to do it? Stand facing your counter or a flat wall with both hands providing support. Keep your chest tall and your toes pointing straight ahead. The stride. Take 1 slow, deliberate step to the right, about 8 to 12 inches. Do not turn your toes outward. Keep them square. Once your right foot lands, slowly slide your left foot over until they are hip-width apart again. Take 5 continuous steps to the right, pause for a second, then reverse 5 steps back to the left. Complete 2 sets. Picking each foot up purposefully instead of shuffling ensures your toes never catch on carpet dividers. 4. Movement 4. The dynamic stoplight drill. Real-world falls rarely occur when you are fully prepared. They happen when life surprises you and forces you to halt or alter your direction abruptly. How to do it? Stand tall near your wall or counter with one hand close for balance protection. Begin marching slowly in place, raising your feet just a couple of inches. The stride. March smoothly for 5 seconds. Then say the word "freeze" out loud. Instantly lock your body into absolute stillness, holding the position for 3 seconds. Keep your knees slightly bent and gently brace your stomach as if preparing for a light nudge. Repeat this sequence 10 times. To advance the neural training, slowly turn your head left or right while marching. Then execute the freeze command. This trains your brain to maintain tracking when your visual attention shifts. Movement 5. The nightstand toe lift protector. Shuffling is the primary mechanical trigger behind stumbling. This exercise strengthens the shin muscles to ensure your feet lift high enough to clear everyday obstacles. How to do it? Stand near your bathroom vanity or nightstand and hold on lightly. Keeping both heels glued flat to the ground, pull your toes and the balls of your feet upward toward your shins. You should immediately feel the muscles along the front of your shins firing. The stride. Hold for 1 second, then lower slowly with control. Execute 12 to 15 slow repetitions. Immediately follow this with 10 slow heel raises, rising onto the balls of your feet to condition your push-off force. This dual-action lower leg conditioning completely eliminates a flat, dangerous shuffle. Integrating this protocol into your life requires less than 10 minutes a day, but the protection it builds around your longevity is priceless. Doctor's essential safety note. If you ever experience sudden lightheadedness, sharp joint friction, or chest tightness while practicing, pause immediately. Always use your counter or wall for support. Relying on a safety net is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of clinical wisdom that allows your nervous system to learn with confidence. True fall prevention requires a dual approach, reconditioning your neurological reflexes and optimizing your daily habits. The single most dangerous phase for a senior over 70 is navigating the home at night. When you stand up rapidly in a dark room to use the restroom, your muscles are inherently stiff, your blood pressure drops instantly, and your eyes cannot assist your inner ear. Take proactive control of your environment today. Position bright nightlights along your hallways. Completely remove loose decorative rugs. Wear structured, non-slip footwear, and always sit on the edge of your bed for 5 full seconds before taking your very first step. Your physical wellness is not built out of rare, heroic gym sessions. It is constructed through the small, calculated choices you repeat every day in your own home. By taking a few minutes to trail your alignment, brace your hip stabilizers, and elevate your toe mechanics, you are securing your own physical freedom, dignity, and independence for the years ahead. Take a moment right now to comment below with your age and share one insight from today's guide that you plan to apply to your own walking routine. Smash that like button, share this vital guide with a contemporary who is struggling to walk straight, and subscribe to Dr. Robert to safeguard your longevity journey. Thank you so much for watching. Keep your alignment straight, and I will see you in our next video.